Brought to you by Triangle Access Broadcasting, here's a look at the weather in the Oak 93.5 listening area. Dry weather into Sunday, showers and isolated thunderstorms Sunday night into Monday. For tonight, mostly clear skies, low around 55. Sunday increasing late day cloudiness, otherwise partly to mostly sunny, high around 83. Sunday night, mostly cloudy with a chance of scattered showers, low around 59. Monday becoming partly cloudy and breezy with a chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon hours, high around 78. And Monday night, clear skies, low around 44. Keep it here on Oak 93.5. I'm Nowcast Meteorologist.
Hey, hi 93.5. It's your girl Chanel Monet. How I have missed you guys. Yes, you gotta know what time it is. It's Saturday. It's time for cocktails and conversations. Before I get into my guest tonight, I know some of you who are not following me and not up on me, it's like, where this girl been? I kind of took a break, you guys, because I have been booked and busy. So first, I do want to give thanks to God because my career and my opportunities are just going places that I never thought I would go. And I'm so excited. And I want to thank everybody that's been rocking with the Chanel Monet brand. I don't care if it's my books, the podcast, my modeling, my hosting, all of that. Like, I thank you. Because without your support, I would not be in these opportunities. I would not be in these seats. So I do thank you for that. I do want to announce that this is my last Saturday with you guys. It is not the end of cocktails and conversations, but this is my last Saturday. We are moving to Tuesday. So while y'all out there having those tacos and tequila, you can still tune in to your girl because y'all know we're going to keep it spicy even on a Tuesday like we do Saturday. Also, I always announce to y'all what we're drinking. We usually, y'all, we be on that hard stuff sometime. But tonight, I have a momager with me tonight. Welcome to 93.5, Jessica.
Thank you.
Welcome to Cocktails and Conversations. Thank you for stepping in.
Absolutely.
Tonight we are drinking wine, guys. We are on Stella Rose. So I hope you got your cocktail. Y'all know it's time for a conversation. Definitely, if you tuned in, you can call in on this conversation. 919-899-9305. Again, that's 919-899-9305. If anytime you want to call in, you got any questions, want to talk to Jessica, talk to me, definitely call in and talk to us. What we're going to get into tonight is Jessica. Everything Jessica. Y'all, she is the founder of Mom's Vibe Corp. It is creating a space for moms. I'm a mom. She's a mom. I have a lot of followers that are moms. What made you I'm not going to say what made you want to create a space because we know as mamas, we need a space.
Yes.
Girl, we need a space.
We do.
But what made you want to focus on just creating a space for moms?
So because I'm not from here, I felt like not knowing anybody, I had to basically create my own circle.
Okay.
So creating my own circle meant networking. I would meet people in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I'd meet people at a gas station.
Y'all, she networked. Not to cut her off, y'all. She networked. Y'all know I do story time all the time. I met Jessica through Blush, Keon. If anybody that's been following me from day one know, he pretty much how I started with modeling. We met at an event, y'all. We clicked in the first minute. I want to say pretty much seconds of meeting each other. She's so vibrant. Her vibe and her energy is so good. And soon as I met her, I was like, he introduced us to each other. And I said, okay, what do you do? Because y'all see her, especially the people that's watching live. She cute. She cute now. She ain't no ugly thing. She cute now. So when I met her, I automatically assumed you model. You know what I'm saying? So I said, what do you do? Y'all, the girl don't mind telling you she a mom and she is here for the moms. So she networks. So definitely, hold on. Before we get back to it, drop your social medias.
Oh, it is chocolate_doll_Jess. And then if you follow the page, then you'll also be able to find Mom's Vibe. Also, the link is on the page as well.
Okay, so y'all know before we close out, we're going to drop how you can get in contact with her again. But back to What you were saying, you making your own circle,
Made my own
networking.
circle, and it was so many moms just waiting for somebody to just be like, hey, let's get together, let's do wine. So it started off as like wine nights at my house, like everybody bring a bottle, or we just do whatever, like just talk about it, or we would just turn up a little bit, make somebody cook a dish, everybody cook a dish, and just go from there.
Right.
And then from there, it was like, you know what, I might as well start having events. So I did my first event in Raleigh, probably about 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago. It was a sip and paint. I did it at it was in Triangle and I don't even know names like that, but he gave me an opportunity in the space and he said, come on out. He didn't charge me anything because he believed in the vision.
Okay.
So it was like $5 a ticket, because for me, I don't do it for the money. It's more so to create the space, and anything you pay towards Mom's Vibe goes towards the organization, and it sits in an account, and it goes towards another event.
Okay.
So that was my first event, and from there it went from there. I partnered up with Love, Fierce Boutique. Check her out. And
yes, honey, we do drops here, don't? Yes, honey, we do drops up here, honey. We support, especially women. We support them, honey.
Yes. She helped me every step of the way, and that was amazing. Of course, Blush is amazing. If you don't know who Blush is, you need to know who he is.
You need to tap in.
Tap in with him, because he does it all. He's amazing at what he does, and he's a phenomenal person, first and foremost.
And he's another person, like you just said. I don't think he really does it for the money.
He doesn't.
He does it he really want to see people win.
Yes.
Like, genuinely want to see people win.
Very sincere person.
Yes.
Since day one I met Blush like 6 years ago. Trying to model. I had this guy here. I was about 160 solid. I ain't that no more. Look, baby, ain't that no more.
Girl, when I started modeling for him, I was about 185, honey. Yes, honey. Yes. She was heavy. Okay. She was heavy, honey. This was I had just had my son. Maybe he probably was a year. Like, that's how I started the whole Chanel Monet thing. He asked me to model. I started modeling, and then I started getting attention. So I was like, okay, maybe I could turn this up a little bit. And I did my first photo shoot, like a sexy photo shoot, and I had to come up with a name in 2 hours. Yes, so he pretty much kind of like started this.
Yes, because like one thing about him is he'll build you from the bottom to the top. Like, wherever you start at, he'll meet you, and then he'll keep building you up. Like, whenever I have a business question or I need help, I'm calling Blush. Blush, hey, da-da-da-da. He's like, all right, do this, do that, do this, do this, that. Because for me, it's like, it's a lot of people doing stuff around me, but like, I'm not focused in. I support, but I'm not focused in. So for me, it's like, I'm a mom first.
Right.
So it's like, trying to maneuver business meetings, promoters, and all that. And promoters is a whole nother topic.
Yeah, girl. Let me tell you something. I'm hosting an event after this. I'm one of those that I'm like a book host. So I know exactly girl, that's to me, the whole entertainment industry is messy. It's a whole, girl, it can get ugly out there.
It's like, can you just help me? Right. And I give you the bread.
But one of the things I kind of realized, or pretty much discover, because I'm so humble and like I clap for so many people. I just assume that they clapping for me. You know what I'm saying? But what I've realized is people want to see you doing good, but they don't want to see you doing better than them.
And they don't.
So they'll help you. They'll give you certain gems, but if they feel like, oh, if she know this, it might take her a little further. So they'll hold that back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just good to be around genuine people like that.
Having a solid circle is very important.
Very
important, especially when it comes to hosting, because like you'll get a lot of fake love just to get in the VIP or just to get in whatever, and it's like, nah, like.
Girl, I say this all the time. One of the things that irks me, and my listeners, I say it all the time, so I know they know it irks me, is when I'm hosting and the people jump in my inbox the next morning. Oh, I saw you last night, or oh, you look so cute. I'm like, why you ain't speak? I'm not that type of person. You know, I know people tell me my resting face look mean sometimes, but I'm not that type of person. Hello never hurt nobody. But what you not about to do is jump in my inbox tomorrow. Like, why you ain't just come say hey? Right. Now it's like I feel like you seeking some attention, or you know, you doing too much. Like, because if you was genuine, a hey wouldn't have hurt nobody.
Yeah.
So that that people don't understand. I tell people all the time, being a sexy face, being a sexy symbol, it's
brand in itself.
Yes, it's like,
because you represent so much. It's like you don't want to be too sexy, but then you also a woman at the end of
right.
the day.
Like I'll be, and like you said, I'm a mom 1st. My son played football. He played for the middle school and he played for a rec league that he been playing for 6 years. So we do football 6 days a week. On top of I work a 9 to 5. On top of my businesses and my hustle and my grind. So I'm like, I barely have the time for me to just like do like, that lazy do nothing time.
Yes.
I barely have that time. So the last thing I want to be doing is sitting here entertaining people that don't feel like I'm good enough for a hello. You got to jump in my inbox. Like it's not that serious.
It's not.
It's not that serious.
It's not.
And getting on what you was just saying about like when you said you a mom first. For me, I feel like when we get a brand and start businesses, one of the hardest things for me is finding me time.
Yes.
For you, if you are able to, how do you balance, mom, business, and Jessica?
Honestly, I feel like on the top of my list, I have like 4 notebooks. One's for journaling.
Girl, you know I'm a writer. I get it.
One's for notes. One's for like when I come up with random ideas, like, oh, this would be dope for my own vibe. Oh, this would be dope for the real estate side. Oh, this would be dope for vendoring. So like, it's like honestly, when I can get a moment to myself, sip some wine, eat snacks, and just relax. And that's when I'm like, okay, now this is my time. Like I've actually started taking myself out self-dates. Cause like people are like, not supposed to be by yourself. Why you looking like? Listen, the best thing a person can do for themselves is date themselves. Because if you don't love you, who's gonna want to love you?
And how I feel like if you don't love you, how can you love somebody else?
You can't.
Or how can you genuinely accept love from somebody else? Because you don't love who you are, so you're not even going to understand how they love you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
You're not going to receive it either.
Right, exactly.
Receiving it is very important because a lot of people be like, I'm healed, but are you really healed?
Right.
You can't see it. Like, discernment is something that you really got to pray for. Like, God, please show me. Because sometimes the man be in front of you, the situation be in front of you, and you be like, no, I don't want that. That's not it.
Right.
That's not even for me. Whole time, that's it. God in the ceiling, like, this is for you.
Yeah,
and
right.
you just like, man, in the ceiling. In the sky.
Girl, look, let me tell you something. Sometimes he be in the ceiling for me. I'm hard-headed.
Yes.
I'm hard-headed. He got to come down out of the sky, tap me on the forehead sometime because I am definitely one of them people where they be like, you don't believe nothing. You don't believe it stinks. You smell it?
No, that's real because I seen this post on Justin and he was like, God gonna have to sit on my bed and be like, baby, this the man for you. And when I tell you that resonated with me, I was like, okay, God, I see you. Like, you might have to come down and come talk to me.
Girl, this is for you. This is for you, honey.
This is for you. It's okay to let your guard down.
So dating yourself, what's some things you've grown to appreciate more about yourself?
My heart is very big.
Okay.
But I feel like my heart, it's a blessing and a curse.
Okay.
Because it's like, I love so hard. So when I love you like, can't nothing you do gonna be bad to me.
Right.
I'm gonna always find some type of good in you as a person.
Right.
And I feel like me learning that my heart is so big, I gotta pull away sometimes. I gotta learn who's for me, whether it's friendship, relationship, or anything. Like, honestly, in this past year, I've reevaluated friendships. Like, if it don't make sense, baby, it don't belong here. And there's no bad blood. I'm not mad at you or nothing like that. I just feel like the path that I'm going on, it don't match yours.
Right.
And it's okay.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Because
one thing I hate about people is like they assume just because we not talking no more is beef.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. Growth, part of growth is letting go of certain people. And unfortunately, certain people serve a purpose in your life.
Some people are there for a reason.
They're
Some people are there for a
temporary.
season.
Yeah.
And seasons change.
They do.
Look how
They
cold
do.
it is right now outside.
Right.
Seasons change.
They do. And it's like sometimes you got to really say, okay, it's okay to let go and not beat yourself up about it either. Because if you're willing to let go and move forward and grow in your path, they got to be open to be like, you know what, I'm cheering for her from afar. Same thing, I'm cheering for you. I wish everybody the best.
This last year, I have genuinely lost friends that I could sit up and say I would have gave my life for. Or that people would say, y'all wouldn't be friends. And I'd be like, what? Like people, and I used to always say, whoever said it's lonely at the top is selfish. Because that means you stepped on everybody to get there. Because, I feel like nobody can get there by themselves.
They can't.
You know what I'm saying?
It takes a strong
but
team.
I think that lonely at the top kind of comes from because when you starting out, the people that you think going to be up there with you are not. Not saying they're not going to reach the top, but they're going to reach their top. They're not going to be sitting at your table. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's okay. Like, it's like, people that's not sitting at my table no more. It's okay. It's not that I don't want you to eat. You just can't eat with me.
Yeah.
And where I'm at in life, I don't want to eat with you. But I do want you to eat. And I do want you to prosper because I feel like I'm genuinely one of them people like you and me. We're sitting here right now, both beautiful women of color. You being blessed shows me that God's still working on people like me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I see other Black women, other women, period, winning and prospering and actually, reaching goals, especially, how we see people where we actually see them start things off and see them be great and be like, yes, like genuinely clap for them.
Yes.
And then I can just be like, if God is doing it for them, and I'm not the most religious person, but I have relationship. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to pray.
Yes.
Whether it's through my
you're
good
more
or bad.
spiritual than religious.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I'm one of those people of relevance. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I'm going to acknowledge God in my good or bad.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because he don't turn on me when I'm bad.
Right.
So I try not to. I mean, just human nature. Yeah, we pray a little bit more when we going through.
Yes.
But I do try to pray just as much, like right now, while my life is being blessed. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because
yes.
even though I am being blessed with opportunities, I'm not where I want to be yet. So
you just
even
started.
that's why I feel, girl. I feel like the door is just opening, regardless of everything I've accomplished for me and where I see myself. I feel like the door has just opened. So I feel like if I give up on God now, how can He take me through where I'm trying to go? Because it was ugly to get here, and I feel like I haven't done nothing. So I know the road about to get dark, baby.
Yes.
I know the days are about to get colder. I know they about to get wetter. Like, and it's just that I'm one of those people where I like, okay, y'all, another story time. So this year, y'all know I do vision board parties every year. This year, because of the pandemic things that was going on, I took over my little brother's house, y'all, and got a couple of my friends together in his living room. I mean, we moved everything out of the living room and did vision board parties in the living room. My friends that was there are friends that I've been traveling with, networking with, been with for years. Y'all see them all the time. The only new person that was there, y'all, is Jessica.
Me.
And I invited her because of her vibe and the things that she had going on. And she's a mom. And everybody there was moms. That's my crew. We moms grinding to make sure our kids, well, for us, we always say, our kids ain't gonna get it out the mud. We don't even want our kids to know the mud to get it out of. That's the purpose of our grind. So when she came in, y'all, like, everybody loved it. She is just her energy. I'm telling you guys, if y'all don't know her, tap in with this girl. Like, whether you got kids or not, like, it's some aunts out there that need a break.
I say that all the time. People be like, oh, well, I don't got no kids, listen, if you are auntie,
a godmama,
a grandma, look, my kid's grandma is part of the organization. She don't miss an event.
Oh,
she be there.
What?
She be at, let me tell you something. Their dad's mom, when I tell you, since I moved to North Carolina, she has been, like, to the point where we even started kind of looking at, like, a little bit kind of weird, but whatever. Like, she don't miss an event. She's very supportive. Like, everybody know I call her the grandma.
Okay.
I don't like saying her name because I feel like it's rude. I always be like the grandma. And that's how I introduce her, the grandma, because she has been tapped in. She don't miss an event. I done got her out her shell. She done did carnival with me.
Okay.
Like, so we're locked in. So, like, I tell people, whether you're an auntie, a godmom, whatever you are, if you're supporting a child.
Right. And it takes a village.
It does take a village. Like, it really does. Because when I didn't have no sitters, her friend used to watch the kids for me. I'm talking about I would go to work and I would have to drop them off, go to night class. And then listen, like, from the bottom, pregnant and all. Then after my daughter, she had surgery. So it was nonstop from the time I got here.
Okay.
Fighting depression, feeling lonely, feeling left, feeling abandoned, all of that, because I knew nobody, and I literally had to start. I came to North Carolina with a suitcase and my son.
Oh, wow. Where you from?
Delaware.
Okay.
So I had nothing, and I literally had to build myself up. And I told myself every year I'm gonna level up, and every single year I leveled up. Whether it was a job, whether it was an apartment, whether it was anything going in my bank account, like I made sure that I continued to level up. Because people be like, "Well, how'd you do it?" I bossed up, like, and there's no other way to say it. Like little baby steps. But one thing
you never know how strong you are until strong is your only option.
Yes, like being depressed in that state, like that's something I don't wish on my enemy.
During the pandemic, I've talked about this before. When the pandemic started, I was in the middle of a 35 city tour for my books. But I only did 8 cities before everything shut down. So I in 8 cities I made $20,000. God was lit. I felt like, girl, you doing it. But it was a little over. It was actually $56,000 invested into my tour. So even though I made $20,000, the world done shut down. I'm $36,000 in debt. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So during the pandemic, world shut down. I'm sitting here trying to grind, hustle out of the hole in a country that shut down. I went into a dark depression. I had a seizure. It was like just so when you say that, like people don't know how hard it is to pull yourself out of that.
Depression is not for the weak at all.
I had a cousin that's like my sister. We real tight. She was actually like just my strong person to help pull me out of it. Just because I got a lot of friends that I talk to, but I feel like she know me through and through. Like we talk about the good, the bad. We first cousins. We 6 months apart. And we grew up like our parents used to dress us as twins. We look alike,
twins.
Right. So she like we know each other. So, but she actually pulled me out at a time that she was also going through like a life traumatic like situation. You get what I'm saying? So I tell people all the time, like, because in our community they act like it's a bad thing to get help.
Yeah.
Like you can't, like if somebody know you down or something, it's like you judged, or you know, people are so worried about pride and people talking about them like
opinions.
Right, opinions that don't matter.
They don't, because opinions to me are like assholes. Everybody got one.
Yep.
Everybody got one. Everybody wants to say something. Everybody got to have an opinion, but like your opinion is, if your opinion not going to help me,
right,
why are you chiming in?
Right, exactly. Especially when I didn't ask for it.
Right.
Especially when I didn't ask for it.
I didn't ask you for nothing.
So, and this month, y'all, salute to all the women. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and Domestic Violence Month. So I would like to say salute to all of the survivors.
Yes.
Salute to the ones that with breast cancer that are still fighting through. Salute to the ones that are still in domestic violence trying to get out. And when we was just talking about depression, talk to somebody. I don't care who it is. Do not hold that stuff in, guys, because I don't care how strong you think you are. Depression is real. You sit here talking to, I'm not going to say we where we want to be, but I'm going to say 2 successful women. And we've both told you we've been depressed. We've been in states of depression. Talk to somebody, because you may not be as strong as we were to come out. You may not be as strong as we were to push through. You may not be as strong as we were to actually reach out for a branch and get some help. Like, talk to somebody. Do not endure this alone. And I hope I'm touching somebody. Do not endure this alone, because whether you feel like your life is worth it, whether you feel like you need to be here or not, somebody needs you here.
Yes.
Somebody wants you here.
They do.
You know, so.
Why are you talking about that? Postpartum.
Yes.
Postpartum. I feel like postpartum is like something that nobody wants to talk about. And if we being fair, if you really look at the stats, like people always say, well, she did this to her kids, she did that to her kids, and I know I'm not condoning nothing that anybody does, but look a little deeper.
Right.
What happened? Like, did she ever get a moment to catch a breath? Did she get breaks?
Right.
Did anybody say, hey, she looks a little flustered, is somebody going to help her? Did anybody step in to help her?
Right.
So let's not get it to the point where these kids are dying, or these kids are getting abused, or these kids are getting harmed. Because
and I feel like it's about to get worse with Roe versus Wade.
Exactly. So it's like forcing people to have babies is crazy to me.
Me too.
I feel like it's everybody's choice, because unfortunately sometimes rape is happening.
Yes.
People are being raped. People are being molested.
Yes.
And like, it's happening all over the world. So it's not like something that's just happening in this city or this state. It's all over. So like, what about those people?
Right.
They gotta feel that trauma every
and you're
single
forcing them
day.
Exactly.
And it's like,
it's some people that are strong enough to get through that, but it's a lot that are not.
Yeah.
It's a lot that cannot look at a rapist child every day.
They can't.
It's a lot that cannot like these little kids being molested.
That's
like
trauma.
It's big trauma.
That is
big trauma. Like and I had a Facebook friend had put a comment up this week that was saying like she need a break, she can't take this, and and I just inboxed her. I didn't know the words to say because I can't relate. I have been blessed with my son's father steps up. He got 4 kids and he's there for every last one of them. Today I had to work. My son had a game in Fayetteville. He was there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he owns his own business. With he makes a way. So when I'm trying to reach out to other people that's going through that don't have that support, I try to be compassionate, but I try to choose my words correctly. Because even though, like I tell people all the time, even though I don't know what you're going through, I understand it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I have reached out to her and I was just telling her like, hold on, I can't relate, but hold on. It's somebody who is, and I'm not gonna say her name. If you tuned in, girl, because you always listen to me, Mom's Vibe Corps would be a great place to start.
Yeah.
She say she don't never get a break, she'll never have a space. Mom's Vibes Corp is a perfect place to start.
And it's crazy because yesterday one of my residents came into my office. Like, she was like one of my first move-ins when I got to this property, and we were literally just chopping it up, and I was telling her about the organization and stuff, and she has 2 small kids, and she was like, I need to get out. I said, girl, I'm gonna get you out this house. I'm gonna take you to the bar because she needs an outlet. Again, she's not from here. She's a nurse, so like she's basically starting from the bottom, and like that, honestly, she fueled me even more to think of like different things I want to go ahead and do. Like, I'm just waiting on finishing out the real estate stuff, so I go ahead and get a facility so we can have childcare, we can have counseling. I want to have suites. So so many things that I want to provide for the facility. It's just making sure I pick the right location.
And speaking of the facility, what do you do in real estate?
Okay, so
yeah, okay, so hold on, y'all. We just been talking. I know her, but let's introduce her a little bit. Tell the people everything you do.
Okay, so I am an entrepreneur. Okay, so my 9 to 5 is property management. So that is my 9 to 5. And then I have Mama Vibe, which is my organization. I also recently received my real estate license. Working on that, yeah. So if you're looking for a house, if you're buying a house, selling a house,
I'm trying to wait. Trying to wait for the bubble to bust, but it don't look like it do. But we're gonna be in touch. We're gonna be in touch soon, baby.
Give it another year, so it's gonna move around.
Yeah, I'm trying. I feel like the way rent going, I need to own.
I be looking at the sheet, the price sheet every day. I be like, yo, they is just bugging. And the area that I'm in is already on the pricey side. So for me to be looking at it like, dang, like, I can't believe they're really doing this to people. It's like our 3 bedrooms is going for $28 right now.
Oh, good God.
3 bedroom, that is a mortgage, okay?
And that's how I feel like if I'm gonna be paying these prices, might as well something you can own, not just keep flourishing into somebody else's property.
Yes. So. Like, I hit the $1 Million Club like 2 months ago with my company, and I'm like, dang, I made a company $113,000 in 1 month just off of so.
Congratulations, girl!
It's easy. Like, I feel like you have to be able to talk to people, and once you see what they're looking for, what they need, everything else flows, and like you gotta be open to them. And I feel like some people either have it or they don't.
Right. I tell people, I had a guest here one time, and we was talking about it like. It's not in you, it's on you.
Yeah.
It just got to be on you.
It's just got to be on you. And some people, you figure out eventually what you're supposed to do. Whether you ignore the signs or not, you literally feel it and see it. Like, since I was a kid, like, backstory on me, when I was little, our house burnt down. Okay. So, like, the lady that worked, our caseworker, like, literally took care of us because I'm Haitian. My mom was an immigrant. She came here. She got it out the mud. Like, if getting it out the mud was a person, it's my mom. Okay. So like, so it's on you. It's on you. Yeah. That's all I know to go get it. If I can work 10 jobs, I'm gonna get it. Right. Okay. And at the end of the day, I gotta go because like that's just something that I was raised with. And like some people have the hunger, some people don't. Some people can grow into the hunger because of they tired of the way they living, but you gotta have something inside.
I feel like the pandemic kind of really brought out the hustlers.
Yes.
It showed you the people, the real grinders versus the people that's in the way.
Yes.
Because you had to make a way.
You had to.
Job security. What I grew up on was job security. Job security. Nobody had job security. Even the CEOs was out of work. You get what I'm saying? Like businesses closing. Like it was no such thing. You had to make a way. You had to find a hustle. You truly did. So okay, so you saying that with your real estate, the facility you were talking about. So are you looking to start a facility for moms?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the whole point of me getting my license, to be honest. Like in my mind, in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm going to get my license so I can connect entrepreneurs that are either whether they're in the organization or not. Like, if you can meet me down the street. If you say you got to grind, you looking for this, I'm going to help you. Because, like, for me, helping is something that, like, I do. Like, it's just in me. Like, that's all I know. Like, so me wanting to be a social worker, I got my social work degree, and then I got my human service degree. So I was like, man, I feel like if I'm not in school, I ain't doing nothing. Right. For whatever reason, I'm like,
and I tell people you should learn something new every day.
I definitely agree. So getting my real estate license was like, okay, now this is something that I know I can do because I sell apartments all day.
Okay, right.
I do it all the time, so why can't I sell houses?
Right.
So it was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this license, and then from there, I'm going to go ahead and get my facility because the facility has always been my end.
Okay.
Like once I have my facility, all the other businesses are there, but my main focus is always going to be on the facility. Okay. That's why I got my social work license.
So you know what? That is so dope because I feel like it's actually going from creating a space for moms to creating a space for moms.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because one of the things that scare me about the shelters is kids in shelters. Just because you hear so much about crime rate, things happening to kids or even women in shelters, and because everybody in survival mode. I feel like everybody trying to survive, especially when you get to a shelter situation. So I think that's dope. Salute to you. Salute to you, girl.
Thank you. So the goal is next 5 years. It's on my chart because I don't want to rush it, and I'm very detail oriented. Okay. And like I'm low key a perfectionist, and I don't like it, but I'm working on it.
One of the things that I have to learn is there is no perfect time.
It's not.
The time is now. It's not. The time is now. I'm always one of those people where it's like, I try to get a marketing plan together. I try to get strategy together.
Business plan,
right. I try to get all this together. Okay, like for example, like I told y'all, she was at the vision board party. We were talking before we went on air. A lot of the things on my vision board, I have actually been able to accomplish, but at a degree I didn't think. So when I was at the vision board, I was telling them, y'all, I want to start a podcast. I just want to start a podcast where we can talk about motion that people got, but also educate on sex. Cause everybody humping. We're not going to act like they not, but it's but it's proper, healthy ways to do it. Like I always say, people will talk about, the city girls telling you get scamming and all this on false different
information. Like, that's
but
not real life.
Ain't nobody done told you that after the second, third one, your pH balance off.
Yes.
What are you doing about that? You know what I'm saying? Well, ladies, what are we doing about this jewelry box that we walk around with every day? Are you shimmering or are you out there with some cubic zirconias? You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, let's just be honest. Like, I feel like when it comes to men and women, our body is completely different and it takes more self-care.
It does.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we have a whole period where your body is cleaning out. But what are you doing to clean your body when you're not on your period and you out here humping around and everybody ain't using protection, like, let's just be honest. Like, and I've just found a fun way in my book to talk about different sexual things, but bring awareness to it. So when I got this opportunity with the radio, I was like,
this is perfect.
Perfect. Like, I can, not only speak to people, but get an audience that I'm new to while bringing my familiar audience with me, So it's been a blessing. I've met so many people, so many opportunities from it. But it just shows that, like how you said with your facility, I'm pretty sure you got in your head like, okay, maybe I'm gonna have like maybe like 50 rooms. I want to do this and I want to do that, and
I got
just
it like mapped out.
Right.
I see it. It's just.
But that's why I say like the time is now, because I was saying like even on my vision board it say I was gonna do my podcast at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. I started this back in like May, June. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, what if I would have been like, oh, it's not the right time. You know, this is not my timeline. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? I'd have missed the whole opportunity.
That's true.
A whole platform. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say that, because with you being such a perfectionist,
yes.
I just want to say you are the perfect puzzle piece. Mm-hmm. And I use the puzzle piece because I feel like us as with you being such a perfectionist, you probably in your head a lot, just like me.
I am.
So, but when you in your head, you putting together this puzzle.
I am.
And it's always like a piece here missing, a piece here missing. Mm-hmm. It's because you are the perfect puzzle piece. Mm-hmm. And I say that because I don't want you to limit yourself. Yeah. Or because you may be looking at 50 rooms. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. God may be ready to, it may not even be rooms. You may have 100 units. You going into real estate. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You may have units. You may have facilities. Mm-hmm. But I don't want you to get so caught up in.
Oh no, it's definitely branching off. Right. I'm going state to state, but really starting off in North Carolina. But I'm definitely going. I got it. I don't feel like it's a disservice to me if I don't go back home. What made me the way I am.
Okay.
If I don't have a facility in Delaware.
I love it.
Delaware
I love
will
it.
Forever be home. People can say whatever they want about Delaware because they be talking junk.
And one thing I say, it's so good to have your name in rooms that you are not in a positive way. Yeah. And I say that because, like I tell you all the time, I didn't know you, but I knew of you before I even met you. You remember when I met you and I said, oh, you did the nude chocolate party. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I had heard of you. Mm-hmm. So the same way I have heard of you, it's people out there that, and I'm pretty sure, girl, it ain't no, I'm pretty sure I know, the hate be so loud sometimes. Oh. The hate be so heavy sometimes that we can't even hear the whispers of the love. But you can best and believe they watching. Yeah. Just as hard as the hate is watching, the love is watching.
I don't even pay no attention. Like I feel like some people when they walk in the room, their presence is taken, and some people walk in the room and nobody even looks up. So I really don't even pay attention to it. Like,
one thing I've learned that has shocked me is so I'm one of those people when I walk in a room, I'm just me. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got a caller. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We're going to pause that. $93.5. I'm going to have to reboot the phone. Come back. Well, I'm sorry, guys. You're going to have to call back, okay? But, Dad, what was I saying? Y'all cut me off. I don't forgot. But
something you've learned.
Oh yes, one thing that I've learned, that walking into a room, I'm just me. I'm gonna be my vibe. I'm just gonna be Chanel. Mm-hmm. But my presence sometimes really bother people, and that's something I don't understand. Because for me, I've never had to dim another woman's light to shine. Mm-hmm. You get it? Yeah. So what I don't understand is, how does my presence bother you?
Intimidation.
And I don't know. And it's so crazy.
It's intimidation. Like, honestly, I really don't understand the narrative of everybody wanting to be on top or being the only one. Right. It's so much for people to eat. Like, it's so much out there for everybody. Everybody can eat. You don't have to.
And it's so much opportunity.
Yes, it's so many opportunities out there. There's so much money to be made out here. Why try to lower someone to make yourself feel like you're more important or less important? You're just as important as them.
If not more, ladies.
Yeah, so it's like, focus on you, bossing you up, and everything else will follow. Like, and that comes with everything in life. Focus on you, and everything else will follow. Whether it's dating, whether it's business, whether it's anything, stay in your lane until, like, what did they say? Stay down till it's time to get up.
Yes.
That's it. Yes. Stay down until, fake it till you make it, however you want to do it, but just focus in on yourself and getting yourself to the next level. Because once you at the next level, it's like, dang, I really came from here to here.
Right.
Like,
and the thing, I'll have people tell me sometimes, hold on, let me see if I can get this caller. Hold on one second. Okay. They're gone. I'm sorry if you guys want to call back. It's 919-899-9305. Again, 919-899-9305. Okay, we got a caller. Caller, this is 93.5. You're on air with Chanel and Jessica.
Hello?
Hello.
This is Blush.
Hey, Blush.
What's up?
Hey, we were just talking about you.
yeah, we was.
Okay.
Dang, what you up to?
Yeah, y'all put in the work up there, I see.
Yeah, we were just
I'm
talking
so
about
proud of y'all.
you.
I'm so proud
Thank
of
you.
y'all.
Thank you so much. We were just you guys, if anybody is still listening, this is Blush Keon on the line that we were talking about. We were talking about just how genuine you were, how you really want to see people win, and salute to you. I really wish it was still more people like you out here, but don't switch up. Don't
Please.
switch up.
For sure.
Don't
For
switch
sure. I
up.
appreciate y'all.
You know, I
Y'all
know how it go. I know how they come for you. I know how they hate me, but don't switch up because you genuinely got a team out here that like loves you, supports you. Like don't let up. Keep your foot on next.
Yes, we had to give you your flowers.
Yes,
We had
now
to.
while you can smell them.
We had to.
I appreciate y'all, but I love y'all so much. Y'all always doing a great job.
Thank
man.
you.
Great
Me
people.
too.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all are great people. It's just, I'm so happy to be able to get through on the line.
Yes, well, thank you for
man.
calling in. We love you, and I'm gonna be in
For
touch
sure,
with
man.
you.
We
We
love
need to
y'all.
talk. We need to work.
For sure, absolutely.
All right, later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I'm so glad Blush called in. I love
Yes,
Blush.
me too.
Always a vibe.
Always.
Okay, so y'all know she going in the hot seat, but before we get there, okay, well, we're gonna mix it up a little bit. So one of the things I like to ask when we get ready to start the hot seat is: are you single? Are you taken? Or none of our business?
I am single.
Okay, yeah. See,
I'm single.
let me tell you something. I have fun with my single guest girl because it lets me know how far I can go. Okay. So before we really get into the hot seat, some of the things I wanted to talk about. One of them is like being a mom and dating. For me, I have a son and my baby girl, so I'm showing her the type of woman to be. And my son, the type of woman I want him to bring home. So for me, it's kind of hard balancing dating and being a mom because for me, like I was saying, trying to get that me personal time is the only time I got to date. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because for me, it's for me, it's been hard to mix the two. So what I wanted to kind of ask you is, when do you feel is a good time for a mate? Like a person you're interested in to meet your kids?
We gotta. Honestly, I'm gonna say 6 months.
Okay.
6 months
Okay.
is
So
a
you
good
put a time on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I feel like anybody can go on a good date. In first date, second date, but I feel like you gotta put enough interest in me and my kids, but not in a weird way, because it can't be too aggressive. Because I'm be looking at you side like, why you want to know so much
It's about my child.
But at the same time, you gotta give enough to that I know that you care.
Right.
Because that's like the main thing on my list. Someone that's gonna love my kids because they're gonna have a stepdad at the end of the day.
Right.
So it's like you gotta be able to love my kids, and you gotta show that you care. Like you gotta put interest in them too. Like,
Right.
if they play sports, you gonna be at the game too.
Okay. Right.
You're gonna be in the sign in the back. You're gonna be doing all of that because like my kid's a little bit older. My son's 13.
Mine's 12,
So
and my
it's
baby
like-
girl 13.
And my son and my daughter's 9, so it's like they not playing.
Right.
Like when I'm on the phone and somebody called it, like, "Ma, who that?" Like they behind me. they popping, they listening in the corner. Like, my son don't play. Like, somebody knock on the door. Like, maintenance had came to the door. My son behind me with his little fake gun. I said, "Boy, go sit down." Like, my son don't play about me.
Yeah, I tell people all the time that daddy's girl, mama's boy is for real. My son don't play about me either, girl. Play about me. He don't play with me or about me, baby. So you gotta love it. I love it.
You gotta come completely correct and show me everything good. Or, of course, relationships highs and lows, but you gotta come correct.
Right.
If not, it ain't gonna work for my circle, because at the end of the day, they come first, and if they don't like you,
right.
I'm sorry for you.
And see, for me, I can't really put a time limit on it for me, but for me, it's when I feel like the relationship is getting extremely serious. And when I say extremely serious, I mean like we building together. We actually got action and motion together. And the reason I say that is because for me, if my kids can't accept you, we can't do anything.
Exactly.
So I need to, and it's not just my kids say, "Oh, it's cool." That's not enough for me.
That's not enough.
I need to
They gotta be one to ask you questions too.
I need to see how y'all interact.
Yes.
I need to see how y'all get along because I'm a firm believer in blended families.
Me too.
Like I just told you, my son's father is very active, but we're friends, like genuine friends. So like if I was to get married, he'll probably pull up. Yeah, I'll definitely invite him to the wedding. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all solid.
And he would probably pull up for cookouts at my house, or me and my husband will pull up at cookouts at his house.
I love that.
Me and people think his mom is my mom. My baby girl is actually his sister that passed. Rest in peace, Kim. I love you. Daughter. You know, so like I'm real tight with his family. He's cool with my family. So I feel like I will have a real blended family. My husband has to be secure enough to know me and my son's father, we like the best of friends, but we haven't been on that level in over 10 years. You get what I'm saying? Like it's nothing like that. But I need a man that's secure enough to know that you're leading us in this blended family. But I also need to see how you can blend with my kids. You get what I'm saying?
Security in a man is a whole nother topic.
And let me tell you something, it's so sexy to me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
A secure man that knows what he brings to the table is secure in himself.
Yes.
Because here's another thing. If people want to talk about it. Like being able to date, one, a mom, two, a woman with a body, or three,
that's not just a body, just cute with a body.
All of it, like the one that provides all of the above, and this like, and being able to walk with their people looking, people having comments. Like you gotta be a strong, secure man to be able to handle that. And like sometimes dudes be like, they'll be mad at you. Right. And it's like, why are you mad at me?
I've had dudes get mad at me and they'll be like, why he hearting your picture? Why he writing on it? And then my response is always, I'm a sex symbol. I'm a sex appeal. Girl, men don't like that. What you mean you a sex symbol? I'm like, let's be honest.
Right.
You know, like, okay, yes, I'm a cute face. I'm a vibe too. But when probably now I'm getting booked off of my vibe. But before I started getting booked off this butt. Like for real. And these curves, they know I'm about to come turn up. They know I'm about to come twerk. They know I'm about to come be the vibe. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's not sit here and act like, oh, they just booking me because you're the hostess with the mostest. Where does the mostest come from? The back. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I need a man that is so secure to know, like, yeah, she out there on her grind, but mama coming home to me.
She coming home every night. And I'm loyal. Like, you got to understand, if I'm loyal, I'm loyal. You got to be right there
and
with
I tell
me.
men all the time, like, I ain't scared to say my age. I'm 37 years old. You know what I'm saying? I done missed my whole stage. It's gone. It's past. For real, I'm just at a point in life that where I need security.
Yes.
I need
loyalty.
Girl, okay, so like I just had to replace the transmission in my car. I'm one of those women like, I don't be knowing about no car stuff. Like I just learned how to change my tires maybe a month ago because I had to. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, but this being this superwoman stuff, yes, I may make it look easy, but this is so ghetto.
I'm ready to be in my soft girl era.
Girl.
I'm sorry, because And I tell my friends this all the time. It's like this. Like for me, I feel like because I've been so strong and this, I feel like I've tapped into my masculinity.
Too much,
and I'm ready to really like be like, all right, you can have it, bro. And I'm ready to tap into me saying, okay, honey, and grab my bag and go. Like
I remember I used to be maybe because I am so like independent, so go get it. I used to be like when people be like, submitting to a man, I'm like, submit.
Me.
Girl, now I'm ready. I'm a cook, I'm a clean. Like this stuff is ghetto.
Because
like,
I be like, I have a rebellious soul. Like I be ready to rebel. Don't tell me to go in the house. I'm gonna be out all night. Because don't do that. Because it's like I want to rebel, but like I'm in the space of baby, I'm gonna go in the house. I'm gonna go.
You tell me to be quiet. I mean, you tell me to shut up. I might not shut up, but I'm gonna be quiet. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna hush. I'm gonna be quiet.
I'm gonna hush a little bit. Like, I mean, because when you have had to be superwoman for so long, like it's just,
I'm ready to let my hair down and just be like, okay, you got it, and let someone lead. Like I feel like I've had to lead because I was the head of the household, the provider, and mom. So I had all of it. I had to do it all. So it's like
for me, I've had to lead because I guess I've been in situations, I've been in relationships, but I feel like I wasn't in relationships to where I felt comfortable enough for them to. It's like when you were talking about self-dating. Mm-hmm. Girl, when I started dating myself, girl, it was some things I found out I love about myself. But it was a lot of stuff I learned I didn't like about myself.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's why I say that self-care, those dating yourself is important.
It's very important.
Because,
everybody should go through that phase.
Right. And then I used to be a person that I go right into the next situation, still bringing on baggage from the old situation.
It's like you pick up. They said, I read this study. It was like whenever someone doesn't take a break, it's like they're picking up where they left off with the last person and started. So you could be fine, and that person say one thing to you, like, and
it triggers back.
Yes.
So, and for me, one of the things that I am proud of myself on is I have been able to move forward with grace and forgiveness. I have really been able to like leave that with that person and go on, move forward because I feel like when you come out of a relationship, you're not the same person you were when you went in it. So why are you going to go into your next relationship how you went in your last one? You get what I'm saying? Like I just was one of those people where I really had to learn to cut it off, forgive, and move on with grace. Move on the same way that I'm able to move on from friendships and not hate on you. Not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had to know that you got to do this with these relationships.
You have to.
Like, it's important because you could actually be damaging the perfect person for you.
Hurt people.
Yeah, girl, do they?
And they do.
And then, and it's sad to say, I was one of those women where, you know how they say, I'm always getting my lick back. And I'm going to pop harder. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But the thing was, I was getting my lick back from somebody that ain't hit me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
I was person.
Right. I was targeting my energy the wrong way. And then I would move into a new relationship feeling like I had to prove something to the last one I was in. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, let me show this person that it was your loss. So let me show this person that, you know what I'm saying? When I'm not even focusing on the opportunity I have with the new person. So that's why dating for myself was big. Cause honey, and then on top of that, I got a mouth on me. Girl.
No. Girl. My words cut deep.
Girl.
And it's like, if you want to argue, let's go.
Yeah, well, see, for me, I have learned that when it's time to argue, because I'm not a confrontational person. I don't like to argue. I don't know how to argue. After a while, I'm gonna fight. Because that's all I know how to do. It's sad. I'm too old to be fighting and I'm grown. But that's what I know how to do. I know how to fight. I don't know how to argue. So I feel like once we start arguing, well, you're not going to beat me because my words get nasty. Well, used to. One thing I've learned, like, I'm one of those people where I got to take a break. Like, even in a relationship, I'll tell somebody, I need a moment. And it's because if I comment, if I react, or if I move in my feelings,
It's gonna be bad.
girl, it's gonna be over.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna want to deal with me no more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put
But that's growth.
all capital letters in crazy. Do you hear me? Girl, I scare myself sometimes. Do you hear me? So, and that's the thing. That's something I learned though through dating myself. Because when you dating yourself, being people like we are, you on that date with yourself, but you in your head.
You in your head.
You
trying to figure out who looking at you, trying to figure out who you waiting on, who stood you up.
And then you start sitting there thinking like, well, why you thinking about why all these people worried about that? You like, well, damn, why am I here by myself?
Right.
Or how did I get here? You know what I'm saying? So it was things like I said, like, whew. I had to sit back and be like, girl, get it together.
I feel like another thing people need to focus in on is it's okay to be alone.
Yes.
And it's like, because like when you don't have the space of being alone, you can't value yourself. You don't know your worth. And not knowing your worth is very dangerous to me.
Yes.
It's very dangerous. So like it's okay for everybody like listening, like it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to process your feelings. It's okay to truly heal. It's okay to feel like don't get me wrong, it does get lonely sometimes.
Right.
Looking on the other side of the bed, I'd be like, all right. But at the same time,
I feel like social media has a big impact on that, though.
It does, but like, honestly, detox from social media is very important, too.
Yes, it is.
If we being honest.
And the sad part is it took Facebook jail for me to learn that.
Yeah.
I have, like, now, with all my social medias, my notifications don't come to my phone.
Mine either.
I have to actually click on it to go see, and people be like, why you ain't respond? I'm like, I'm sorry, I've been busy, but when it's so hard for me to get personal time. And for me, social media is a platform for me to advertise, market, and get entertainment. Some people really take
their whole life.
And I can't afford it. I can't afford to get there. I don't have the time. Like, so for me, my notifications can't come to my phone, you know? So, but that was something I had to learn because people will see something on social media and it's like, oh, they start judging themselves or start trying
right. Comparisons on social media is BS to me. Like that's the biggest BS ever, because I promise to you, social media is only showing what people want you to see. It's not showing the grind.
And most people are not going to show you their failure.
Yes.
That's why I try to be like, people be like, oh, you be telling too much of your business, or people gonna talk about you. But exactly. And that's what works for me.
It's needed though.
It works for me because I feel like I'm in industries that, like we said, get ugly.
It do.
You know, it get ugly. And so I feel like when it comes to me, you're not gonna throw nothing on me. You're not gonna throw nothing in my face because I done talked about it. Or if I have not, we can talk about it. You get what I'm saying?
Being transparent in the industry is very important.
Very. Because, and then I feel like when you start not being transparent and real with yourself, that's how it's so easy for social media to affect your mind.
You get lost
because you'll see like, okay, like you'll look at, say, Instagram influencers. Say you 40, you looking at these 25-year-old girls with Maybachs and homes and dudes buying them land and stuff like that. But it's like, okay, some of these people don't got kids. Some of these people what are they doing for that? Or what lane are they in? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, no, you're not where you want to be, but you are right where you're supposed to be at your time. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, some of us are in situations because of decisions we made. But again, it was a decision you made. You are in your space at this time because of you. They're in their space at this time because of them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some people, I see people up there sometimes talking about folks. They'll be like, oh, she ain't got no car. She ain't got no job. Okay. You got 4 baby daddies, 4 kids. You don't have none of, like, you know, it's certain things like everybody got flaws. No, I'm not judging. Let me say this. I ain't judging nobody with 4 kids or none of that. I'm just trying to use comparisons because I feel like people be comparing themselves to things that's not even in your lane.
Yeah.
You know, if you got 3 kids, why are you comparing your life to somebody that don't got no kids?
At all.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, kids is, to me, my kids is my most expensive bill I got. And I tell them all the time, I know I call y'all my broke besties, but y'all are taking this too far. What they don't understand is they are the broke part of that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I understand, I appreciate the bestie part, because in this era right now, with this generation, you have to talk to your kids.
You have to.
You have, and
you gotta talk to them like they're adults,
right?
But not
kids
give
have
them power
feelings.
like they're adults.
Yes,
you have, because
bingo.
It's too much stuff going on in the world. It's too many, like, and then at the end of the day, they are black kids, and they gotta understand certain things that are different for them, but they also gotta understand that they are love's around them. So it's like you gotta give them the bad, but also show them